And Rory McIlroy still in the mix, heading into the final round of the Players' Championship live on Sky Sports.
It's really interesting. I spoke to Bruno Guimaraes on Friday, and he said that he's spoken to you a couple of times in recent weeks and months, and he said...
Well, hello, good morning. Welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation, guys. It is match day. It is Old Firm match day, not just any match day. It's Old Firm match day, and it doesn't get more special than that, does it? It does not get more special than that. It's a huge game today, and like I said, I said on the video the other day, and I said on a number of videos, it's not just about, for me, the 3 points in the league today. It's about getting out there. It's about start the mentality change. It's about start to draw that line in the sand today to say, look, we're not going to be serial losers anymore. We're not going to be a team that surrenders to you anymore, that kind of loses the game before it's even been kicked off, which has been elements of, I think, in the past with this team. But look, team news is out. We have got team news. Michael Bluenose, how you doing? Bluebells, how you doing, buddy? I've got Michael says, let's see, like to see a Rangers win, but I just don't know with these players. Celtic will be out for revenge and they will open up. Hopefully we might have a chance to win. Fingers crossed. Let's freaking go. Bluebells says in the live chat as well. Bluebells has got, it'd be great to get a win today, but it's not meaningless as it's being made out. Sure, the league is over, but with a win against that lot under Barry, win the Europa tie would galvanise the fans. Correct. 12:30 kickoff. It is, Bobby, today. 12:30. Right, let's have a look at the team. The team is out. This is the team that has been named today. I think it's going to be a very similar shape to the one we had on Thursday night with the three at the back. So this is the team news. Anyway, here we go. Butland in goal, obviously. Who else is going to be? Let's face it. It's therefore Tavernier, Suter, and Balogun are your back three. I've got to say, a little bit surprised to see Big Leon in there. Not usually is Big Leon able to give us 3 games, but you know what? It's Old Firm Day. Anything is possible on Old Firm Day, isn't it? So let's face it. There we go. Good to see Leon in there. Wing backs will be Sterling and Ridvan. I think that's the right selection for me to put Ridvan in there. Interesting, I think, to see obviously Ridvan come in instead of Chiefte. That is the right decision. That is the right decision because look, I'm not saying I don't like Chiefte because I do like Chiefte. He's a top man. But his defending of late has been awfully poor, hasn't it? It has not been good. He's turned off. He's dove in. He's been the subject of a lot of mistakes. It's been his fault. So I'm going to say, look, that's the right choice for me to go with Ridvan at left back, at left wing back. I think that's the positive step forward. I mean, for me, Ridvan is a lot better. In terms of defensively, he's a lot more solid defensively. And as Barry said, the other day, Barry said the other day, didn't he? He said that Ridvan is a man he can rely on, a man he can depend on. 100% on Ridvan. Chiefte is literally a goal a game, every game right now. I think that's true, mate. That's very much true, Bluebells, isn't it, at this moment in time? Midfield 3 is Barron, Raskin, and Diamonde. I think pretty much as expected. I mean, the only change I probably may have made there to go a little bit more attacking is to put Hadji in place of Barron. That's possibly what I would have done, just given the fact that Hadji was very good against them last time out. He did dominate them. He did control them. So that's the only change I would have made. But look, you can't leave him out. Barron, he's been fantastic. Barry definitely seems to be a man who goes with the old school philosophy of once you've got the shirt, if you play well, you keep the shirt. That seems to be the way that Barry plays it. And fair enough to him. Fair enough. That's what he wants to do. If That's how he wants to be. It's his team to select, so let him get on with it. And then it's got Tierney and Dessers up top. Personally, I wouldn't have gone with Dessers today. I just don't think you can rely on him. You know, he could go out there and score a hat-trick today. He could go out there and miss a hat-trick of easy chances. That's just him, isn't it? That's just him. He does worry me. He really, really worries me. He really concerns me, Dessers, up top. Like I said, he could score you a hat-trick. He could miss you 3-4 chances. He's just so unreliable. Subs today are Kelly, Proper, Lawrence, Bayrami, Nsiala, Igaman, Haji, Rice, and Danilo. Look, I mean, that's a strong bench. That's the strongest bench we can obviously select. The only player you would say that is missing from that bench is Cortez. You know, Cortez, that is the only sort of player that is kind of missing from that bench now. Blue Nose Bob says we will know after 10 minutes what Dessers turns up. Yeah, mate, you will. That's Dessers all over. He'll either be in and about it, bang up for it, or he'll be throwing himself to the deck and moaning. If it's the Dessers that's throwing himself to the deck and moaning, we know it's not going to be a great day from Dessers. If it's not, if we get a Dessers that gets in and about them, gets after them early, then you know that's going to be what we want to see, isn't it? That's what we want to see. But look, it's. I mean, look, that is probably, I think, bar Danilo for Dessers, that is the strongest lineup he can pick at this moment in time. You know, he hasn't been able. He's obviously not able to bring in any players. I mean, that's that's where we're up to. The January transfer window is open. You know, but to me, Airwolf says 3 managers in a row persistent with Dessers can't all be wrong. Airwolf, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that he's so frustratingly inconsistent. You can either have a Dessers that goes out there and it bags you a hat trick, looks top class, or you can have one that looks like a Sunday Park player. He is gloriously frustrating. I'm still going to stand by what I said, about him. He needs punting in the summer. We need to get rid of him in the summer. He needs to be gone in the summer. If he's not gone in the summer, if we go into the league next season with Dessers as our main striker, we will not win the league. Guarantee it. So there we go. I mean, look, the bench today impresses me. It's a strong bench. It's a strong bench. Stephen says, I would have put Danilo in the start against Dessers. I would have too, because Danilo is champing at the bit, punching the. Yeah, I would have given him a go today. I think he's got something to prove, and he will want to prove himself today. So I would have gone with Danilo up top. I mean, I did say that yesterday. He has got good numbers playing in a poor Rangers side, mate. But we still create 20, 30 we still create about 20 to 25 chances a game, don't we? So you'd expect any striker to score goals in this team, no matter how bad we are, because we play against some really shit teams in Scotland, don't we? We really do. If Morelos had Dessers' attitude, his career would have not done the toilet. Yeah, I agree. Morelos is 10 times the player, talent-wise and ability-wise than Dessers is. And I agree. If Morelos had a better attitude, he could have been a world-class talent. He really could have been. Zig says, good morning, Bears. Here's how we can get the result. We are the people. Absolutely. I mean, look, like I said to you, this is the strongest team I think we can name today. I don't think there's any stronger team out there. Yannick, he's always fit, available. It will be hard to replace, regardless of how frustrating he is. I agree. I just think next year, if we have him next year as our main striker, we will not win the league, and they will win the league again, because the guy is too inconsistent. I'm always going to say that. I will stand by that. As a coach, I would not pick him as a first choice striker. I would have him on the bench to come on and be an impact player. I would not use him from the start as a coach. But the back, I think it's good to see that we're going in with a different formation. I think it's good. John Thompson says anything can happen in an Old Firm match if we score first game on. Come on, the Jers. I agree, mate. I agree. What message is this sending to Hamza and Jefte? Looks like we're looking to flip. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think the big issue with picking up on that point for a minute, I think the big issue with Jefte and Hamza is January. I think January has caused them a lot of issues. Coming out of the January transfer window, I think the issue was quite clearly when Hamza was linked with moves to the Premier League, it kind of turned his head a little bit, and it kind of got him thinking that he was perhaps better than he actually is. I'm not saying that he's not. He's a bad footballer, because he's not. He's a very talented young player. He's a very good young player who is still got an awful lot to learn, an awful lot to develop. He really has. But to me, I think that affected him. I think, the fact that he thought he was perhaps going to get a move to the Premier League, that he was perhaps going to go and play for Spurs or West Ham or Everton in the Premier League, that affected him. I think the second thing that affected Hamza is Philippe Clement. I think if you look back pre-Hamza getting stuck on the left wing, Hamza was flying. Hamza was absolutely flying. He was playing brilliantly up top. He really was. And he was doing really, really well. Then we get the injuries to Danilo and etc. And out of necessity, yes, it's out of necessity. Hamza gets stuck on the left wing. Now, I do think that Hamza was affected by that because he's not a left winger, and it damaged his confidence. It ruined him as a player. And I get this whole, you're a footballer, you should be able to play anywhere, but that's not true, is it? You wouldn't stick your goalkeeper up top. You wouldn't stick John Suter on the right wing. You wouldn't stick Nicholas Raskin at central defence, would you? You don't do it. Players specialise for a reason. So I believe that really hit his confidence, and he really, really struggled. He really struggled. And I think because of that, it's really set him back. And I think Clement has destroyed his confidence. And this is going to take time for Barry and for the new manager, whoever that may be, to rebuild Hamza back up to what he was previously. As for the Hiefte thing, I think Alan Abbott is right. I think the Chelsea link, however, I'll be honest with you, I don't think there was any truth in that. I think that was the media being the media, or maybe even his agent. I don't know. But I believe that affected him as well. I think that he kind of, again, got the sense that he was a little bit better than he is. So, look, I'll be honest with you. I think, at the end of the day, I think that he was badly affected too. And I think it's always the case, isn't it? With these transfer news, with these transfer speculations, with these transfer rumours that go around, they do affect players. And that's just a fact of football, isn't it? That's a fact of football. I believe the tactic is to use other strikers later on in the game, says Ziggs. Gang, the golfer, says, personally think Danilo will be wanting a move away, not being able to get in the team regardless of injuries. I believe so too. I think that he will want to be in the team no matter what. He really will. And I think he's going to be upset at not getting... We saw, didn't we, on Thursday night, how frustrated Danilo was at not getting a game and not getting on the pitch. Look, we can debate all we want, can't we? The situation with what was Barry right to do what he did? Was Barry right to climb down on Tierney? I don't know. But look, that's for another day. I don't really want to get into a discussion about the rights and wrongs of player power at this moment in time. I think we've just got to kind of take it as Barry's not got the power that the full manager would. A proper permanent manager would have a lot more power than someone who is only there temporarily. That's just life, isn't it? That's just a fact. But there we go. I mean, look, this team today has impact. It has real impact from the bench. It really does. It really does have some impact from the bench. And I honestly think that there's a lot of players who will not last the full 90. After going through 120 minutes on Thursday and a penalty shootout, realistically, you're not going to get these players lasting 90. Not the intensity of an Old Firm, not going at it like an Old Firm match. They just can't. So there will have to be changes, and there will have to be impact from the bench. Airwolf says 6 million on Danilo, 3.5 million on Bayrami, 3.5 million on Matondo, 4.5 million on Cortez, 17.5 million wasted. Mate, I wouldn't say Danilo from his injury points, yes, but from goals, his goals to game and his goals per minute is actually better than Cyril Dessa's. So I wouldn't say it's wasted, but I agree on Bayrami. Bayrami is an absolute passenger. The guy's a passenger, real passenger. Hopefully Ferguson and his team will have drummed the patch. Absolutely agree with you 100% on that one. I've told Fergie they won't be tired. Yeah, absolutely. Stephen, good morning. How you doing, buddy? How you feeling this morning on Old Firm Match Day? Guys, there's a poll running at the moment. Obviously, get your votes in the poll. Who you voting for? What's the results that you're going to go for today? How do you feel this game will turn out today? Let me know in the comments. Look, this game today, for me as well, it's about getting control of Callum McGregor. If we can get someone on McGregor, whether that be Barron, whether that be Raskan, whoever that is, someone needs to sit on Callum McGregor and stop him from playing. Now, in previous games, Nadeem Bayrami's done that very, very well. Now, Nadeem Bayrami is on the bench. Yes, Bayrami has been pretty much of a disaster. Obviously. But look, at the end of the day, we need to put somebody on McGregor. If we can stop McGregor, we stop Celtic. It's quite simple. Stop McGregor, stop Celtic. Blue Nose says, is he out? I didn't know that, gang. Absolutely. Good news then. Good news. I'll stop talking about that. I haven't seen the Celtic team, gang. I haven't even looked at the Celtic team. That's how interested I am in that. I was going to go on to the Celtic team now, but I'll have a little look in a minute at the Celtic team. But look, overall, you've got to say this is a chance to really get something today. We've got to, if we can back this up today with another win, if we can go out there and get a win today, then it will be back-to-back Old Firm wins. What message is that sending? Back-to-back Old Firm wins has got to send a message to them. It's got to send a message to the league. It's got to send a message full stop that we are ready, we are back, and we are ready to fight. Let's have a little look at their team, shall we? Let's have a little look at their team. I mean, look, Barry Ferguson will have them bang up. I mean, I'm watching some highlights at the moment of Barry scoring goals against Celtic, you know. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this guy, he knows what Old Firm's all about. He knows what the Old Firm is all about. He knows how to fight. He knows how to battle in the Old Firm. Hopefully he brings a bit of that today to the game. Right, the Celtic team for today is as follows, guys. Here we go. Celtic's team for today is, we'll get onto some comments in a minute. Sorry about this. I will bring the team up. So the team is Schmeichel in goal, Johnston, Kartos, Vickers, Narocki, Schlupp, McGowan, Engels, Hatate, Jota, Kuhn, and Maida. Their bench is Sinsalo, Taylor, Ida, Yang, Kenny, Murray, Ralston, Bonner, and Turley. That's the team. That's their team today. They'll be back for, obviously, with Johnston, Karthorst, Vickers, and Narocki, and Schlupp, McGowan, Engels, and Hatate in midfield. McGowan in for, obviously, he's in for McGregor. Engels, the second best Belgian midfielder in Scotland. Hatate, the ugliest man in football. Jota, Kuhn, and Maida. Obviously, no Kyogo. He's obviously left. So obviously, the guy who scores quite a lot of goals against us, he's gone. Maida won't have it all his own way today. You know, he's been so used to, hasn't he, playing up against Tava and getting it all his own way. But he's not going to have that today. He's not going to have that all day. So that's good news. Robert Simpson says, good luck, Barry and the lads. The Neo's good. Means he's hungry. We are the people. Replaced by McGowan. All suited and booted, Owen. Going to watch the game. Stephen, enjoy. McGregor is overrated, says Blue Nose Bob. You know what? I know this is a really unpopular comment to make, and I get absolute pelters for this. McGregor is overrated. McGregor is absolutely overrated. The guy the guy wouldn't get a game in the English Championship. He really wouldn't. You look at him, and yes, he looks good in Scotland against the shit teams because he's allowed to look good against the shit teams. Okay. But you look at him in Europe, he goes missing. You look at him in the Euros for Scotland, he goes missing. The moment the quality goes up against him, he's crap. He's absolutely second rate. So for me, it's not even a debate. The guy is overrated, massively overrated. And they talk about him. They talk about him like he's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's Pirlo. He's Rodri. He's none of those things. He's a pub player. Let's have a look. Yefte not in the squad due to personal reasons. Fair enough. I think there is a player with Bayrami, but more an issue with his motivation and attitude, also whether he suits Scottish football. Yeah, I agree with you. I think there is a bit of an issue with his attitude. I think he has got a dodgy attitude. And look, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think that with Bayrami, he's a player who frustrates. He really frustrates, and I think he has got a lot of talent, but I think he lacks a lot of motivation. And I think sometimes, and this is going to sound really bad, but those kind of Albanian-y, Bulgarian-y players do have that in them. They do have that kind of half an effort, half a go at it kind of attitude about them. And Albert says you will never get a meaningless Rangers and Celtic game. Yeah, absolutely. I said that this morning. I was doing a video on TikTok this morning, and we are on TikTok as well, just as a matter of interest, guys. I was doing a TikTok this morning, and I just said, you know, look, for me, no Old Firm game is ever meaningless because every Old Firm game carries something. It carries bragging rights. It just means so much to so many people. And like I said, it forms your whole week, doesn't it? It forms your whole week. And, you know, at the end of the day, if we lose, you know, if we lose today, none of you are going to want to go to work Monday. You know, And we're all going to feel shit for the rest of today and the rest probably until next weekend and even longer because it's the international break. So, we're going to feel shit. And that's just what it is, guys. And, at the end of the day, you don't want to feel like that. And like I said, this is about bragging rights. This is about everything. And it's also, for me, it's about setting the tone for next season. It's about getting it right for next season. It's about the line in the sand for next season. If we can go out there today and get a win, and we go back to back, and that's what it's about for me. Go back to back, back to back victories in the old firm. Then it's, for me, it is just laying down a marker. It's laying down a sign, and this team is going to get, this team is going to get better. This team is going to get stronger going forward because of the fact that we've got new owners coming in. We'll obviously have some more money to spend, a new manager coming in. At the end of the day, it is going to be, for me, a chance today to lay down that issue that the power is starting to shift back to the right side of Glasgow. That's what it's about for me today. Should checking attitudes be part of the scouting process? I agree, Airwolf, it should be. There's a lot of players who, through history, have been absolutely phenomenal footballers, but their attitude stinks. And I think you've got to look into that. You've got to look into their ability to work, their ability to fight, their ability to play. And I think, there's a lot of truth spoken about players coming to Rangers. And I've heard, comments like, for example, this, and I fully back this up. You can have the best stats in the world and you can come to Glasgow, you can be thrown into an Old Firm game and you can struggle and you can look poor. And that's, for me, something you've got to look at. Have they got the heart to fight? Have they got the heart to battle? If they feed off Barry's fire and passion for this fixture, then we are in for one hell of a game. Agreed, 100%, John. I hope they do show Barry's heart and fight. If they do, then we've got every chance today of getting a victory. Yeah, I agree with that, gang. There's no such thing as a dead rubber. I agree with you. I mean, I'll go as far as to say this, mate, Michael. I'd say that, the only game that comes close in terms of passion, in terms of intensity, in terms of hatred, in terms of just sheer all-out rivalry is Boca Juniors v River Plate. I don't think there's anything in England. I don't think there's anything in Spain. Look, you can talk about the Klassiker in Germany, Dortmund, Munich. You can talk about the El Clasico, Barcelona, Real Madrid. You can talk about the Derby of Italy, Inter Milan, Juventus. You can talk about the Derby della Madonna, which is the AC Milan, Inter Milan derby. You can talk about the North London derby, the Merseyside derby. You can talk about Man United, Liverpool. You can talk about Sunderland, Newcastle. For me, none of those derbies come anywhere close to this derby today. Nothing in the world is as intense as this derby, unless the only one, like I said, that I think has got an argument to say is as intense is Boca Juniors River Plate, where there is pure passion, pure hatred. I think people have been shot in that game. I think that's how intense it is. One thing's for sure, Barry picked that team, not sports science. Agreed. Like that comment, Bluebells, like that cream. David says, in Scottish football, you need correct motivation and attitude with players, especially to Old Firm games. I agree with you 100%. 100% with that one. That's 100% correct. And we'll collect the cash and work tomorrow with a win. Let's hope so for your sake, Alan. First goal is vital. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Could we got Glennon Miller for Bayrami cash? I mean, mate, seriously, I think at the start of the season, that's a good shout, Airwolf. A brilliant shout, to be honest with you. I think, my picture's on the screen. It is actually, isn't it? It's not grey, is it? I'll sort that out, Alan. Yeah, I think you're right, mate. 4.5 million probably would have got Lennon Miller at the start of the season, rather than Bayrami. And I think it would have been 4.5 million better spent, to be honest with you, rather than spending the money on who we spent the money on. So yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one. Good morning, fantastic. How you doing? Picture on the squint. It is absolutely, Galen. I think it's just dodgy. I don't know how it got that way. Perhaps there was an earthquake overnight. I don't know. Perhaps there was an earthquake overnight. I don't know. I think, look, today, Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, Red Star, Partizan, says Emmy. Yeah, you could say that. I don't know. I'd still say that Rangers Celtic is more intense than all of those things. It really, really is. Massive. Just a video now of the Rangers training centre. Barry sat with Chris Boyd on the Sky at the moment. We are obviously going to be back as well for the live stream later. Other points, guys, please obviously smash that sub. And obviously ring the notification bell so you never miss out on any of the free Rangers content this morning. Obviously, look, going forward, look, as well, look, we need today to win this game. It's 100%. Yet again, our club's arrogance to Scottish players strikes again. I agree. I agree, mate. I agree. Love you, Owen. Thanks, Emmy. Love you, mate. We bigger box office too. We are absolutely. I'm good, Owen. Hope you well. I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. It's a bit of a difficult few weeks, work-wise and personal life. You know, a few difficulties, few things coming together now. I'm changing jobs. I'm leaving my job at the moment, which I absolutely hate, which is a terrible job to work in, and I'm getting a new job, so that's good. And but the personal things, the family stuff, that's going to be tough over the next few weeks, months. Yeah, hopefully years. We'll wait and see, but we'll get there, mate. We'll get there. Okay, yeah. Thank you, fantastic, Mr. Fox. Yeah, please smash the sub. Obviously, like the video, share and comment on today's video, guys. We will be back, obviously, with the live stream. We have got a live stream today of the game. We'll be bringing you all the latest, guys. So please, obviously, come get involved in the channel. Get involved in the comments. Yeah, it is a heated derby, but I'd still say nothing compares to Rangers Celtic. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all can compare to this derby. It's just, it's huge. It's huge. It is a massive game. Thank you, Alan. It is just a massive, massive game. And at the end of the day, there's nothing bigger in world football. There's nothing bigger than Rangers Celtic in world football. And people can talk about the Scottish League being a farmers league or being a two-team league or this and that, but Rangers and look, as much as I hate to say it, Celtic, they are massive clubs, massive European clubs. You know, clubs that have got huge worldwide fan bases, clubs that, you know, attract massive TV audiences whenever they're on TV. They are huge football clubs, huge football clubs. Emmy says, catch you later, 3-0. Brother, I hope so, mate. I hope it's 3-0 to us. That'd be a great marker. I mean, look, how great would it be for Barry to lay down a marker and say, look, this is my legacy at Rangers. 3-0. Absolutely. Tier list on video. Yeah, that's a good video, mate. I'll have a look at that. 3 points would be great today. Let's hope. Look at Celtic bench. Weak. Rodgers is only good when he's spending millions. Yeah, it's not the strongest of benches, is it? They haven't got, you know, I think obviously they sold Kyogo, McGregor's out. They haven't got the depth, you know. I think that our bench is actually stronger today. I think we've got more options on our bench today. Let's have a little recap on the team if you're late joining us. Yeah, it is absolutely the fiercest. So the team, just to recap on the team, we will be going in with the same shape and formation as Thursday night, guys. So it is Butland in goal, Tavernier, Suter, Balogun, Ridvan, Sterling, Barron, Raskin, Diamonde, Cheney, and Dessers. So I think that's going to be a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, whatever formation you think of. So you're going to be looking, I think, at Tav, Suter, and Balogun as a back three, Ridvan and Sterling as wing backs, Barron, Raskin, and Dio as a midfield three, Cheney off Dessers. That is going to be, I think, the lineup. Subs, Kelly, Proper, Lawrence, Bayrami, and Ciala, Igaman, Hadji, Rice, and Danilo. Like I said, the good thing there is impact off that bench. You've got Igaman, you've got Danilo, you've got Hadji, you've got Lawrence. There's impact to come and do that today. Deal with the American wrestling now as well. Onwards we go. Massive support, massive success historically. Throw in the religious aspect, which will forever be tied with the rivalry, and both the same small city. It's the biggest derby in the world. Fact, I agree. Oh, mate, I don't even want to think about Matondo today, Airwolf. I really don't. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's do them. Absolutely. Rangers fans have been in Parkhead from 11 a.m. singing the heart. I know, massive fans. Gary, absolutely. Right, guys, going to go and get ready for the live stream. Thank you for watching. As always, guys, we'll be back at just after 12 for the live stream. Thank you for watching this morning. Please, on the way out, smash the like, comment, and share. We'll be back very shortly for the live watch along. Thanks for watching, guys. Speak to you soon.